you're checking directions home. You zoom in on a side street you've walked 100 times. There's a building there. Gray, boxy, no windows, it has no name. No street view, no reviews. You've never seen it before in your life. You screenshot it. By the time you refresh the page, it's gone. This isn't a ghost story. It's something stranger, because it's happened to thousands of people. Random users, in random cities, all describing the same thing. A place that shows up on the map. A place that was never built. A place that vanishes before anyone can prove it existed. Some call them glitch towns. Some call them phantom pins. Cartographers have a colder name for them. Trap streets. And the truth behind them is stranger than any of the theories. Maps have always lied a little. On purpose. Back before satellites, mapmakers had a problem. If you spend years surveying a coastline by hand, someone can steal your work. So cartographers started hiding traps. A fake street. A fake town. A tiny fictional lake. If it showed up on a rival's map, they'd been caught. One of the most famous ones was a town called Agloe, New York. It didn't exist. It was invented just to catch copycats. But then something happened that nobody expected. A store opened at those exact coordinates. The store took the name off the map. Called itself the Agloe General Store. The fake town became real because enough people believed the map. So trap streets are real. That part settled history. But that's not what people are screenshotting today. Today's phantom places don't look like typos or fake town names. They look like buildings. Structures with shadows. Rooftops. Parking lots. Some even have street view coverage for exactly one photo. Then nothing. No listing. No business name. No address history. Just a structure that exists in the data, and nowhere else. One user posted a screenshot of a windowless gray complex. It sat in the middle of a residential block in a mid-sized city. No permits on file. No construction records. The post got reshared for weeks. People pulled up the same coordinates on different devices. Some saw the building. Some saw an empty lot. Same location. Same moment. Two different maps. To understand why, you have to understand how maps are built. It's not one photograph of Earth. It's millions of separate images, stitched together like a quilt. Satellite passes from different years. Street view cars driving the same road, years apart. All of it gets layered, aligned, and blended by an algorithm. Most of the time the seams are invisible. But sometimes the stitching goes wrong. An old satellite image gets fused onto a newer street layer. A building torn down years ago gets resurrected by mistake. For a few hours, a place that used to exist looks like it still does. Then the system corrects itself, and the ghost disappears. That explains some of it. But it doesn't explain everything. Because stitching errors usually look like errors. Blurry edges. Warped lines. A building cut in half. The cases that go viral don't look broken. They look finished. Clean geometry. Realistic shadows. Correct lighting. Too clean, some argue, to be an accidental splice. This is where the theories start to fracture. One camp says it's simple. AI-assisted rendering. Google has used machine learning to fill gaps in imagery for years. If the model gets confident in the wrong spot, it can generate a building. Not a copy of something real. A guess, rendered convincingly enough to fool a human eye. The map didn't misplace a photo. It might have imagined one. The second camp isn't buying the AI explanation. Not fully. Some phantom buildings had one detail AI shouldn't produce. Shadows that were geometrically impossible for that location. Not slightly off. Impossible. To some, that points somewhere mundane. A mislabeled old image. To others online, it pointed somewhere stranger. Composited imagery. Testing renders. A leak. Google has never confirmed either theory. And that silence is exactly why the posts kept spreading. Buildings aren't even the strangest version of this. A stretch of unnamed road once appeared, cutting through a forest. No listed name, no traffic data, no matching satellite history. Locals confirmed there was nothing there. No trail, just trees. A handful of drivers, trusting the app, tried to follow it. The navigation simply stopped mid-route in open woods. Within a week, the road was gone from the map entirely. No correction notice, just reverted like it never existed. If the map can invent a road, even briefly, what else has it invented that nobody happened to be looking at? Maps aren't just showing us the world. They're predicting it. Mapping systems use models trained on the patterns of cities. The system isn't lying. It's estimating. But an estimate rendered at high resolution looks like a fact. We've stopped checking the map against the ground. We check the ground against the map. One more case unsettles people the most. A street view capture once showed a figure standing at a tree line. The same figure appeared in 3 separate captures, years apart. Same stance, same spot, down to the pixel. The odds of that happening by chance are close to 0. The likely explanation is a stitching artifact, misread as a person, but almost certainly is not definitely. And the original images were scrubbed from that location within months. Some of this is explainable. Genuinely, boringly explainable. Old tiles, bad stitching, predictive rendering, filling in blanks. We assume the map is a photograph when it's actually a reconstruction. Every reconstruction has seams. Sometimes you can see one. We used to think of maps as records of what's real. Now they're something closer to a forecast. A best guess, occasionally wrong in ways too specific to explain. It might be a photo taken years ago in the wrong place. It might be an algorithm's best guess, rendered a little too well. Or it might just be a seam in a picture that was never whole. The map was never the territory. We just forgot to keep checking.